Hello, bankers. A very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome back. So, welcome to JAIIB Prep. So, guys, from this particular session onwards, we are going to start with our AFM Module B. Okay. So, when it comes to Module B, which is all about the financial statements and core banking system, right? So we have these many units which are generally part of this particular one, and in this particular session, we will be going through the variety of question you guys are going to face from these many units, as well as we will be discussing key strategy or key pointers from all these particular unit, right? So unit number 12, which is all about balance sheet equation. 13 is preparation of final accounts. 14 is company account 1. 15 is company account 2. Cash flow statement 16. 17 is final account of a banking company. And the final unit 18, which is all about core banking system and accounting in computerized environment. So all the units which is important for all of us. When it comes to the most important units from this particular one, from where you guys are going to face a number of questions. Okay, so all are equally important, but when it comes to numericals, so cash flow statement, one numerical you can face based on this particular one. Okay. And from this you can they can ask you to calculate the net profit, gross profit, and others. Okay. Balance sheet equation, where they'll give you some question around the entries and how those entries are going to make or changes the overall position statement around the assets, equities, and liabilities. Company account 1 and 2, mostly theoretical in nature, and some areas related to book building process and all. Okay. So on an average, you can again find 20 to 20 marks, 25 marks question based on all these particular one, right? So the good thing is, like, if you done with all these particular one, you will easily able to handle this one also. And this is something like these all topics are kind of interrelated with each others, right? So in this particular session, we will be going through all these particular units in detail, their key working areas, as well as how examiner they generally have asked questions based on these many units and all, right? So let's start the discussion with very first unit, which is balance sheet equation. When it comes to the balance sheet equation, your equation is asset equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. So you have to make your understanding why assets are always equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. And you'll see some sort of like they'll give you this is the current balance sheet status of XYZ company. They did following transactions. So how these transactions will impact company's assets in outside liability or owner's equity as well, right? So they have asked so many times, and you can expect at least or on an average 2 to 3 marks question based on this particular, and very easy to understand and very small one also, right? So this type of question also, like one question can be around the direct like the question can be around the how that those entries will change. We'll practice after this, or sometime they also ask statement based question. So identify which of the following statement are true regarding the balance sheet and its changes based on the transaction described. So this is the kind of application based question, or same question can be in the numerical also. So purchase machinery for cash reduce total asset? No. So it won't reduce total asset. Okay. So like if you are purchasing machinery, let's say we purchase assets, a machine worth rupees 5 lakh in cash. So your short term, your current asset will decrease by 5 lakh, and your non-current asset, means non-long-term assets, will increase by 5 lakh. So it won't change this particular one. That means this statement is wrong. So selling goods on credit increase both debtors and the owner's equity. This is also correct. This statement is right, 100% true. Okay. Buying goods on credit increase liabilities. True, but no effect on asset. It will also increase your assets. So this statement is also wrong. So statement 3 is also wrong. Okay. Paying rent and salaries in cash, decrease cash and reduce surplus, 100% true. The balance sheet equation, asset equal to liabilities plus owner's equity or capital, hold true after every transaction. Yes, 100% true. Okay. So 245 means option B will be right answer for this particular question. Very simple one. Okay. So statement 1 was false. Buying machinery for cash does not reduce the total asset. It just change the composition of current and non-current asset, right? The another one is आपका statement 3 was false. Buying goods on credit increased both stock and creditors, which is your liability, right? So other rest statements are correct. One question can be in the form of statements as we have practiced. The another set of question which you can face something like this, okay, which they generally ask most of the time in your examination. So it is purely based on the balance sheet equation, asset equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. So ABC Corporation has following financial information: total asset 5 lakh, liabilities 2 lakhs, and owner's equity 3 lakhs. So this is the current balance sheet of this particular company. During that period, they did some transactions. ABC Corporation borrowed 50,000 from a bank and purchased a new equipment worth rupees 30,000. How will this transaction impact the company's assets and liability as well as the equity portion? So what will be your correct answer? So see guys, when it comes to this particular transaction, there is a statement which I'll use again and again, because from the statement is from taken liability itself we create assets. Okay? So let's say the current status is liability. We have the liability side and asset side. Let's assume this is the current scenario. Okay, so the current scenario is this: there your liabilities are, outside liabilities are which is 2 lakhs, okay, and capital contributed by owners is 3 lakh, and their asset side, they have total assets of worth rupees 5 lakh. So asset equal to liabilities plus owner's equity, right? So this is the one. Now what they did, they have purchased, they have borrowed 50,000. That means simply your answer will be their assets and liabilities both will increase by 50,000. How come? Now they have their liability will increase by 50,000. The outside liability will increase by 50,000. The term loan which they have taken from the bank. So their assets, their total liability will become 5.50 lakh. Now cash side, there are two transactions. One is they purchase a new equipment machine worth rupees 30,000. Remaining 20,000 will hold in the form of cash. So this also become total aapka this plus this, it is 5.50 lakh. So what will be your answer? Your asset will increase by 50,000 and your liabilities, asset will increase by 50,000, liabilities will also increase by 50,000, because from taken liability itself we create an asset. Okay? So we will be discussing all these particular one in detail. Asset will increase by 50,000, liabilities will increase by 50,000. This liability is outside liability, there will be no change in equity, right? So option B will be right answer for that one, right? So next, preparation of final accounts. When it comes to preparation of final accounts, it include in case of a joint stock company, it include as per accounting standard 1 and Indian accounting standard 1, we have three reports which we have to prepare and publish, right? And we have to conduct audit also. So these are your profit and loss account, then we have balance sheet statement, and third one is cash flow statement. And to prepare profit and loss account, first you have to prepare your trading accounts. So, and to prepare trading accounts, you will be requiring that trial balance, which we have already covered in our module A itself. So from trial balance, we'll get the operating profit. To know the operating profit or gross profit losses, trading account, then net profit losses, your profit and loss account, position statement, balance sheet, and cash inflow outflow statement is your cash flow statement, right? So this is something which is generally part of this one. Again, at least 3 to 4 marks, downside 3 to 4 marks around this particular these many concepts and all, right? So preparation of trial balance, adjusting entries, preparation of financial statement from trial balance. This statement seems very small, but this is very big one. Okay? When it comes to preparation of financial statement, which include your profit and loss account, again, profit and loss account, your balance sheet statement, again, balance sheet statement and cash flow. Okay? And even before that, you have to also prepare the trading account. So from trading account, we get to know about the gross profit or losses, net profit or losses, position statement, how these are generally changing the position, and inflow and outflow of cash, which is further categorized among three areas: operating, financing, and investing activities, right? So now, like what type of question you'll see? This is a question for 2 marks. So the question is around the gross profit. So you have to calculate gross profit. So how we calculate gross profit? Gross profit is equal to your net sales minus cost of goods sold. Okay, so cost of goods sold, this is the formula. Now how you will calculate net sales? Net sales is आपका sales, gross sales means, ठीक है, gross sales minus sales written minus any discount allowed. When it comes to cost of goods sold is equal to opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock, or if any direct expenses are there, you have to minus those particular one. You have to add those particular one also. So cost of goods sold is equal to your direct expenses. Direct cost or direct expenses related to product. It does not include the indirect expenses. Direct expenses like the procurements of raw material, or the labor who is involved in the production of this particular product, or we have the machinery expenses and others. They generally get involved in this particular case, right? So manufacturing overhead they are called. Okay. So now based on this, you have to calculate this. Very simple, right? So what will be your sales is given here 30,000. You have to calculate cost of goods sold. So how we calculate cost of goods sold? This is the formula. Okay. So that means opening stock 5,000, purchase आपका 15,000 25,000. So 30,000 carries inward आपका 31 carries inward is 31,000. Okay. So the overall cost is आपका how much? 31,000 minus 7,000. So which is equal to closing stock is this. So it is your 24,000. Okay, so 24,000. Now sales minus net sales minus your cost of goods sold. So sales is how much? 30,000. So 30,000 minus 24,000. So their gross profit is 6,000. So 6,000 will be your right answer for this particular one. So completely concept and formula driven. Once we'll go through all these particular one, we will be understanding, or we will be building our concept, right? So this will also help you in ratio analysis. Now they can ask you to calculate the gross profit margin also. How we calculate gross profit margin? Gross profit margin or ratio is equal to gross profit divided by sales into 100. This is your gross profit margin. So 6,000 divided by 30,000 into 100. That will be your outcome. From gross profit, which you'll get to know through the trading accounts, then you will be able to create your net profit. How we calculate net profit? It is basically gross profit plus any other income like commission, dividends and all, minus indirect expenses. Indirect expenses like office administration, marketing and other expenses. Then you'll get to know about the indirect your net profit, right? So that is the one. So 6,000 is the right answer for this particular one. Next one. If opening stock is 50,000, purchase is 1,20,000, direct expenses आपका 30,000 and closing stock is 40,000. So what will be your cost of goods sold? So cost of goods sold, opening stock 50,000, purchase 1 lakh, so 1,80,000, 70,000 plus direct expenses आपका 2 lakh. 2 lakh minus 40,000 is your आपका 1,60,000, and you'll get 1 marks for this particular one. Okay? So these type of questions you guys are going to face based on this particular. Very simple. You do not have to worry around these particular things. your focus should be around the concept part. If you know the concept well, you will be easily able to manage these ones. Okay? Now, next unit. Now, when it comes to unit number 14 and 15, they are very lengthy, right? So, you'll see they have limited content, but while you go open the books now, so entire module B, 50% belongs to these study content wise, right? So type of companies, we have so many type of companies, partnership and liability differences, classes of share capital like authorized capital, issued capital, subscribed capital, paid up capital, called up capital, issue of shares, where we have type of shares like we have equity preference, they are further typed in general illustrations, non-voting shares and others. So they are generally part of this particular one. Then features of company is also there, that is not given in this particular one, but it should be part of this particular one also. Okay? So yes, so this is even things are given in this case. Which of the following statement about joint stock company are true? These are the features of a joint stock company. A company is an association of person who contribute money or money worth to a common stock for a common purpose, as per section 20 of Companies Act 2013. True. A company has no legal existence. It has legal existence as per like company is an artificial person created by law. Law is Companies Act 2013. It is a person, but it is an artificial person with no physical appearances. It can act like a person, right? Let's say we can enter into contract. Similarly, company also can enter into contract. They can also do the transactions, So statement 2 is wrong. The liability of shareholders is limited to the face value of shares held by them. 100% true. A company existence can be affected by the death or insolvency of the shareholders. No, this is also wrong. So when it comes to, there is one feature called perpetual succession, right? So that is something, death of or insolvency of a proprietor does not affect the life of person. So we will be discussing all these particular one in detail. Common seal is mandatory for all companies, not for all companies. It is mentioned mandatory or all companies. It is not for all. But common seal is something which generally represent the company in important documents. A private limited company must have at least 2 members, while the public sector, a public limited company may require 7 members. So here we have minimum 2, maximum 50. Here we have minimum 7 and maximum 200. 100% true. The minimum paid up capital requirements for a private and public limited companies has been removed under Companies Act 2015 amendments. This is also true. Earlier there was, for private company it was 1 lakh, and for public company it was 5 lakh, but now it got removed with this amendments, and now it totally decided by the proprietors of that particular business. So 1367 means option A only will be right answer for this particular one. So these are the false statements, and this is something which is related to your features of a joint stock company. We have around 13 to 14 features, and every time they'll ask question around those particular one. One another question, guys. Which of the following statement regarding share capital are correct? Regarding share capital. So equity share capital can be either with voting right or with differential right. 100% true. So when it comes to equity, so as per section 43 of Companies Act, equity shares, this further we have further bifurcation: equity shares with voting right or equity shares with voting and differentiated rights, say right to dividends and others too. Preference shares are not entitled to have to any dividend. They are entitled to dividend only. Okay? So the preference shares which generally get preferences over equity shares, and they have two major preferences. One is right to dividend. Another one is at the time of liquidation they generally get preferred over equity shares. Cumulative preference shares allow dividend to be carried forward in case of no profit. Okay, this is also correct. That's why they generally called cumulative preference shares. If dividend may have been missed in the past year, so that will carry it forward to the next year. Redeemable preference shares must be redeemed within 30 years under the all circumstances. No, this is wrong. Okay. Not in all circumstances. Okay. Subscribe capital is always equal to issued capital. Okay. Subscribe capital is always equal to issued capital. No, not necessarily. Subscribe, it should be like subscribe capital can be less than equal to issued capital. So this statement is also wrong. The maximum period for redeeming preference shares in infrastructure project is 30 years with a minimum retention of 10% from the 21st year onwards. This is correct. Yeah. So 136 means again A will be right answer for this one, right? So statement 2, cumulative preference shares allow dividend to the carried forward again, which is true. It was true again. And redeemable preference shares must be redeemed within 20 years, not the 30 year. In case of infrastructure, we have 30 years time duration and all. Next one. Company account 2, where we have form of balance sheet, impact of Indian accounting standards on financial statements. These are the two subtopics. But when it comes to Indian accounting standard, we have 41 Indian accounting standards. So their impact on balance sheet, that is generally given in this case, right? So first question on your screen, guys. So first question on your screen. So what will be, please quickly go through this particular one and try to answer. Okay. So which of the following statement regarding the presentation of financial statement as per the Indian accounting standard are correct? So Indian accounting standard 1 require entities to prepare balance sheet at the belonging of the preceding years if an accounting policy is applied retrospectively. 100% true. Again, deferred tax assets can be classified as current asset if no, they are non-current asset expected to be realized within 12 months. No, what we have to okay, this is a little bit doubtful. It should be non-current. An entity must classify an asset as current if it is expected to realize in the normal operating cycle. 100% true. The standard mandate as mandates a specific order and format for presenting item in the balance sheet. आपका ठीक है, a standard mandate mandates a specific order and format for no, this is not, this is as per the standard, it is as per the act actually. ठीक है. Next one is financial statement must include a statement of changes in equity for the period. Yes, an entity must disclose right references and restrictions for each class of share capital. Yes. So 1356. Do we have 1356? Huh. B must be right answer. 1356. Okay, I'll just cross check this one. Yes, B is the right answer for this particular one. Okay. So this is also wrong. So statement 2 is incorrect. Deferred tax asset must be classified as current even if expected to be realized within 12 months after. So that is the case. And the another statement, Indian account does not prescribe the specific order or format. Usually it is by the Companies Act 2013 in case of a joint stock company, and the section is 228 and 229 of Companies Act. In case of banking company, we have BR Act 1949 section 29. So that is generally part of this one. Unit number 16, again very important one, 3 to 4 marks question downside from this particular one, cash flow statement. Applied based question as well as as well as your numericals from this particular one. Take a very simple one. Just you have to make your understanding around the 3 different type, which is operating activities, financing activities, and investing activities. Okay? So component of cash flow, legal requirement for presentation of cash flow as per accounting standard 3 and Indian accounting standard 7. Format of presentation of cash flow, benefit, fund flow statement, and preparation of fund flow. So you can expect 2 questions, 1 core question around the cash flow statement and 1 the differences between cash flow and fund flow statement. Yeah. Both question will be for 2 marks if this is the sequence they are going to ask. Okay. Come downside 2 to 3 marks based on this particular. Sometimes they'll test to 4 marks also, right? So the first question on your screen, guys, uh, which of the following statement about the cash flow from operating activities? So as I told you, okay, so see when it comes to cash flow statement, okay, so it is we have to, our companies in India, they need to prepare cash flow statement as per their final reports. Okay. So as per the accounting standard 3 and Indian accounting standard 7. And as per these accounting standard, whenever you prepare your cash flow statement, they should further categorize among three part: operating activities, financing activities, and investing activities. Now the question is around this. So this segregation is very, very important, right? So first statement, cash flow from operating activities include cash receipt from the sale of goods and rendering of services. So first statement is 100% true again. So what we have to find out, incorrect statement. Sorry. Okay. First statement is true. A decrease in current liabilities result in increase in cash flow from the operating activities. No, it will decrease that particular one. Current liabilities, yes. The purchase of raw material on credit increase working capital, but does not immediately affect the cash also. Okay, this is also true. The cash flow from the operating activities do not include receipt and payments from insurance premium and claim. It does include, so this is wrong here. So your insurance premium is outflow from operating activity, and your claim are inflow from operating activity. Cash payments or refund of income taxes are classified operating activities, yes, unless identified this. Cash received from sale of fixed asset are classified under the investing activities. Okay, these are inflow from investing activities, not operating activities. This is also wrong. So 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. No, we have to find out the wrong statement. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6 means option B. See, this is a very nice question, confusing also. If you'll be in flow of finding right options, you'll get a wrong answer also. 1, 3, 5 is, these are the right statement. Wrong statement is 2, 4, 6. So when it comes to cash flow statement, you have to basically work around this particular one, the identification. When it comes to operating activities, these are core revenue generating activities, like which is something related to sales and purchase, or the overall which generally affect the current liabilities and current assets, right? When it comes to financing activities, they'll make an impact on the liability and equity of the business, like issuance of shares, which will increase your equity, and it is an inflow from financing activity. Buyback of shares, which will decrease your equity, outflow from financing activity. We have taken some loan from bank, financing activity in inflow. Investing activities, they generally something related to productive capacities, like purchase of property, plants, equipments, goodwill, patent, copyrights. So outflow from investing activities, or even proceed from sale of property, plants, equipments, goodwill, outflow from investing activities. Sorry, inflow from investing activities. Even investment in other companies, let's say you purchase shares of some other company, so that generally comes under here itself, right? And when we receive dividend, that comes under operating activity. When we pay dividend, that comes under the outflow from financing activity. So what will be your correct answer? B will be right answer for this particular one, right? Next one, this type of question also, one question based on the application and statement, another question with the numbers also, very simple. So create cash flow from investing activities using the given information. So you have to create or calculate investing activities. Now the major game is, like, first you have to make sure keep all these entries belongs to investing activity, or the operating activity, or the financing activity. So when it comes to purchase of fixed asset, investing activities; purchase of investment in other companies, investing activities; final dividend paid. So final dividend paid, this is financing activity, right? So this is outflow from financing activity. Repayment of loan, again financing activity, outflow. So now these two are investing activities, and these are outflow for the business. The next statement, proceed from sale of intangible asset, investing activities, inflow, right? So if you know this particular classification, that means while you will calculate this particular answer, you have to avoid these two, because they are asking you to calculate आपका investing activities, right? So what will be your correct answer? 30 lakhs. So we have outflow of 30 lakhs and we have inflow of 12 lakhs. So 30 lakhs minus 12 lakh, 18 lakhs. So cash outflow from investing, cash outflow, because your outflow is higher than your inflow. So cash outflow from investing activities is 18 lakhs. So 18 lakhs means option A only will be right answer for this particular one. Understood, guys? I hope you're getting this particular thing. You do not have to take any tension around this. This is a kind of introduction session. While we'll come to the detailed classes and all, first we'll build the basic concepts and all. Then we'll deep dive these kind of questions. I'm just giving you an idea how to prepare for this particular one, right? And what type of questions they have been asked in the past itself. Next one, unit number 17. Very simple one again. ठीक है? So final account of a banking company. Here, when it comes to banking companies, then the banking companies, they need to prepare their final accounts as per section 29 of BR Act 1949. So accordingly, they have to manage these things, right? So definition in function of bank, there are so many things. Again, आपका on an average 2 to 3 marks question based on all these particular one, right? So what type of questions we may face from this particular unit? First question on your screen. Which of the following statement are true? Whether a presentation in the preparation of financial statement of bank as per BR Act 1949 and Companies Act 2013. So a banking company must prepare financial statement in accordance with Schedule 3 of Companies Act. No, it is wrong. It is mentioned. What we have to find out? So when it comes to a banking company must prepare its financial statement in accordance with Schedule 3 of Companies Act. Schedule 3 of bank, it should be your Schedule 3 of, okay, we'll cross check this one. Okay, as per like banking companies, they need to prepare section 29, okay, and the form 1, form A, performa balance sheet, and form B, performa profit and loss account. This is given in this case. Okay, we'll cross check. The format of the balance sheet is okay. So that means this statement is true. The format of balance sheet is prescribed in form B as part of BR Act. No, now it is not form B. When it comes to balance sheet, that generally comes under form A. Balance sheet format is given in form A. That make this statement wrong and this statement true. The RBI has issued a notes and instruction for compiling up the balance sheet and profit and loss account of a bank. So this statement is true. The format is given this. For form A, performa balance sheet, 12 schedule are there. For form B, profit and loss account, 6 schedule are there. Okay? So like the sequencing and everything that is get defined under this. Goodwill on consolidation is shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. No, this is wrong. Okay? Asset side आपका, ठीक है? So the balance sheet format for bank include contingent liabilities sections. So balance sheet format, contingent liabilities 100% true. Minorities interest is listed under capital and liabilities in the balance sheet. Your schedule 2A 100% true. Okay. The asset, total asset and total liability should be the same as per the format, 100% true. So 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 3, 5, no. 1, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Option C should be right answer for this one, right? So statement 2 was wrong. Balance sheet format is prescribed form A, not form B. 4 is goodwill on consolidation listed asset side, not the liability side, right? Next one, final unit, which is a unit number 18, which is something around the the computerized banking and all, and this is the unit. If even if you'll not study now, you will be able to make that 1 marks on an average 1 marks question, or sometimes they ask 1 marks 2 question or half marks 3 question also, right? So the how we create password or the other basic things related to computerizing and all, the advantages, disadvantages and all. I'll show you some question also again. So first question, computerized accounting, and you have to find out the incorrect statement, okay? Not true. So what will be your correct answer? Computerized accounting system can be perform task much faster than the manual system. 100% true. Human intervention is required to check the accuracy of transaction in computerized accounting. No. Human interaction is required to check the accuracy of transaction. We do not do this thing. The computers in accounting system can generate various type of reports from the same set of data. Yes, 100% true. They can. Computerized accounting system are more expensive than a large workforce. Just make this a statement wrong. When it computerized accounting system is more expensive than the employee a large. No, this is आपका okay. It should be okay. यहाँ पे हम कुछ नहीं कह सकते. I'll cross check this one. In a multiple user system, each user handle a specific segment of transaction and data is uploaded automatically. In a multiple user system, each user handle a specific segment of transaction and data is updated automatically. So this is also correct. So 2 and 4. Okay, I'll just check this one. I'm not sure. Okay, 2 and 4. Okay. So 2 and 4 means statement 2 is wrong, and so statement 2 is wrong, statement 4 is false. Correct hai? Our answer is right. Once programmed correctly, computer do not record this human intervention. And the statement 4, computerized accounting system are often more economical if it compared to the people, right? So 2 and 4. 2 and 4 means, okay, the options are itself wrong. So if we make option B right, we have to change this particular one to 4. So that is the one. Next one. Read the following carefully and choose the correct options. So a computerized accounting system perform operations more rapidly, accurately, and at the lower cost, especially for the similar type of question you will see. They are very basic. Even if you will not study, you will be able to make that particular one right. Computerized accounting require highly trained staff, which increase the initial staff cost when shifted to manual computerized. Yes, regular backup are not needed, they are needed. So this is wrong. Computerized accounting allow for a generation of variety of reports which can customized based on the requirements. Data record stored in the computerized accounting system is immune to risk like virus and system failures. So data stored in that is not immune actually. We need to protect that particular one. High costs are associated with purchasing peripheral like this आपका computer system. 1 2 4 6. Do we have 1 2? First only. So option A only should be right answer for this one, right? So regular check backups are crucial, and data is not immune. We have to use that antivirus or the there is chances of cyber attacks and all. So we have to build a information audit system, and also we can ensure that we are in a right direction, right? So the game again which will remain same. So how you have to prepare? First we have to need to work on concept. See guys, I'll not advise you ki go for like each and every subtopic given in every topic. No, not required. Okay? So we are here to clear this exam. Not we are not doing any sort of PhD in these particular subject. So you have to balance out all the 4 subjects. So there are some core concepts with each and every topic, because we do have problem with the timing. After working for 10 hours, it is very tough to manage 1 or 2 hours in a day, right? So whatever we will be delivering you, that will be like up to the mark. Okay, so this is this minimum requirements which you have to build your understanding. So concept summary, that which we are doing on regular basis, as we have done with module A or even the old videos also. The second one is then a set of practice, then module wise practice, mock and marathons. This will do with this particular unit also. So this entire module, so we will be able to make very good marks in this particular. Believe me, if you are following these particular ones, 65 to 70, you can easily score in your upcoming examination in all the subject, right? So but you have to balance out all the four subject. Like you do not do any kind of things like, let's say AFM is become your favorite and you are only studying AFM and all. No, that is not a right strategy. You have to make all the four subject, you have to give equal importance to all the four subject. All right guys, so this is it from my side. Thank you for joining the session, thank you for watching the session. Now I'll see you tomorrow with our very first unit, which is balance sheet statements. All right, so this is it. Bye, take care all, and wish you all the very best for your preparation guys. Thank you.